It's Yammer and the Hammer time. That's better.
It's Yammer and the Hammer time. Welcome back to part 2 of the Great American Bronco Road Trip. This time we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be a bit more touristy. So we're going to be doing places like Custer State Park, Mount Rushmore, Crazy Horse Memorial, Sylvan Lake, through the Black Hills to the Iron Mountain Road and to the Needles Highway and the Eye of the Needle. But before we get into that, I just want to give you guys a little bit of a tip. So we did 9,800 kilometers, 13 states, 16 days. And I totally underestimated the amount of time that driving would take. I didn't account for gas, eating, pee breaks, just stretching. Why I didn't, I have no idea. But I would say if you're going to travel for about 10 hours in one day, either add 2 hours or include it into your travel time, because that's what it's going to take to go pee, to get gas, to eat. You want to include that. So let's get to it. Let's have some fun. Our first stop, we're going to Mount Rushmore, the most recognizable and famous memorial of them all. And it began in construction in 1927 and ended in 1941 with the final drilling and unfortunately the passing of the sculptor Gutzon Borglum. It was his idea on which 4 presidents would be represented. The first president led the colonists in the American Revolutionary War to win independence from Britain, and thus began the American democracy as we know it today. He led the foundation. We honor George Washington, who represents the birth of the United States. The third president, who basically was the primary father in the Declaration of Independence, and also bought the Louisiana Territory in 1803 from France, in such doubling the amount of space in the United States overnight. We honor Thomas Jefferson, who represents growth in the United States. The 16th president, he held the nation together during the American Civil War. He wanted to preserve the Union and also abolish slavery. We honor Abraham Lincoln, who represents preservation in the United States. The 26th president, he led the nation into the 20th century with great economic growth. He was also highly instrumental in the building of the Panama Canal. We honor Theodore Roosevelt, who represents development in the United States. On to our second stop, Crazy Horse Memorial. In 1948, Sioux Chief Henry Standing Bear approached a Polish sculptor wanting to make an impressive depiction of Crazy Horse on top of, what else? Thunderhead Mountain. I mean, what could be a better name for a mountain than that? Thunderhead Mountain. Crazy Horse, the fearless Sioux leader who fought back against encroachment on the Sioux lands and also developed into skirmishes with the U.S. military, including one of which that we all know of is the Battle of Little Bighorn. The sculpture, beginning in 1948, in attendance, 5 surviving members of the Little Bighorn. This is going to be the world's largest mountain carving process ongoing. When complete, it'll be 563 feet high, 642 feet long, and should be complete by 2037. But due to the very difficult process that they're undertaking and also some unforeseen structural problems, that's what you get when you have a whole bunch of different types of rock in this mountain. It may never be complete. But regardless, it is still impressive and it's a must-see. This sculpture is protect, preserve the culture, tradition, and the living heritage of the North American Indians. This whole process is being completed simply by admission and contributions of the people themselves. So when we go there, we pay our admission, it goes to support their sculpture and preserving American history. They do not accept any type of funding from state or federal levels. In Custer State Park, 71,000 acres, stands its crown jewel, Sylvan Lake, known for its beauty. Basically, you can hike, you can swim, you can kayak, or just sit back and take in the amazing views. From its grassy shores to the granite cliffs, it is something to behold. Now, this area was actually in a movie, National Treasure 2. Now, having said that, according to the movie, the lake was right behind Mount Rushmore, which I thought would be so cool to see. Turns out that, no, this is only in the movies. Sylvan Lake is actually 30 minutes away from Mount Rushmore, but it doesn't matter. You have to go see the sculpture of Mount Rushmore. It's phenomenal. And you'll see Sylvan Lake separately as a relaxing area. It's perfect. Okay, so we're on our way. We're climbing the Iron Mountain Road, the twisting, the turning, and the one-lane tunnels, and also the pigtail bridges. So essentially, when you come out of these tunnels or go into the tunnels, you're going to be going up a little twisted or down a little twisted bridge that snakes under itself, giving it the name Pigtail. Phenomenal design, amazing drive up the Iron Mountain Road on our way to Needles Highway. Yes, the Needles Highway. Absolutely stunning. Twisting turns, hairpin turns. It's pretty cool. It sounds much better than, say, South Dakota Highway 87, which it is. The Needles Highway, which takes us to the Eye of the Needle. The Eye. You've got to do this. This is amazing. To the Eye we go. It is a very narrow one-way tunnel. And I actually borrowed a snippet of a video from a YouTube channel called Down to RV. And it's a really fun channel for travel videos. But this really shows you how tight the tunnel can be. Now, you got to be careful with what vehicle you want to take through here. It shows you exactly how super tight this is. You can hear the scraping of the vehicle going through. We're going to be going through this very shortly, but I'm pretty sure our vehicle will fit. Hopefully.
Oh, watch out. He's scraping. You can hear it crunching.
Whoa, it's still going.
This area is known for its spires, cathedral spires to be exact, towering mountains of granite, absolutely stunning to look at. And in fact, this was the inspiration for, believe it or not, Mount Rushmore. On our way along the Needles Highway, we took a little turn off to go up to what I consider is the top of the world. A lot of twisty turnies to the very top, and of course, on a very tall mountain, they're going to put, of course, antennas. You don't put them on a very small mountain, you put them on a tall mountain. And if you look very closely, if you have yourself a binocular or if you have a telephoto lens, you can see Crazy Horse Monument from here. It's a long ways away, but trust me, you have one heck of a view up here on Mount Coolidge. We are now entering the wildlife area of Custer State Park, where this is a home to a herd of 1,500 bison. Of course, they are going to walk in front of you, do whatever they want, but I gotta tell you, these animals, for the size they are very graceful. Now, just a word to the wise here. They really want you to stay in your car. If for some reason you're out and you see wildlife, use the rule of thumb, and I actually mean the rule of thumb. You hold your thumb up and you put it out arm's length. If you can see any of the animal at all around that thumb, you're too close. Back away, get away from it. Now, not only for your safety, but for the animal's safety. If in fact you irritate the animal and it charges you, and let's say you get injured, there's a good chance that that animal will be euthanized for your pleasure. So please, do not irritate the wildlife here. Just watch with your eyes from a distance and enjoy and preserve this for other people to come. Thank you. And chances are you're also going to get to see something else along this road. The begging burros. They are really cute. They will come up to your window. They are begging. They want something, and you know what they want. Pretty cute. I hope you'll join us for part 3, where we're going to visit the Devil's Tower. We're going to brave the Beartooth Highway, which in fact they closed down the very next day due to weather. And also, we're going to do a hot spring step into some springs of Yellowstone. So like, subscribe, get some notifications, and we'll look to see you the next time. Scooby-Doo-wah.